My dear friends, today I come to you with a message of hope, of faith, and of the promise that no matter how bleak your circumstances may seem, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. I want you to know that you are not alone, and that God is working behind the scenes to turn your situation around. So open your hearts and minds as we explore these signs that God is about to work miracles in your life. So, let's delve deeper into the significance of a restless spirit as a sign from God. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, your mind buzzing with thoughts you can't quite grasp. Your heart feeling like it's on the edge of something big. This restlessness, this stirring deep within your soul, it's not just random noise, it's a whisper from the divine. When you feel that restlessness, that inner longing for something more, it's like a gentle nudge from God, urging you to pay attention, to listen closely to the desires He's planted within you. It's as if God is saying, there's more to your life than what you're currently experiencing. I have greater plans for you. This restlessness often comes at pivotal moments in our lives, moments of transition, of growth, of transformation. It's God's way of shaking us out of our comfort zones, of nudging us towards new opportunities and adventures that we might never have considered on our own. But why does God use restlessness as a sign? Because it's in those moments of discomfort, of uncertainty, that we are most receptive to His guidance. When we're comfortable, when everything is going smoothly, we tend to become complacent, resistant to change. But when we feel that restlessness, that inner stirring, we become more open, more willing to step out in faith and follow wherever God may lead. So, if you've been feeling that restlessness in your spirit, don't ignore it. Embrace it. Lean into it. Trust that God is preparing to lead you on a new path, one filled with blessings and opportunities beyond your wildest dreams. It may be scary, it may be uncertain, but remember, God is always with you, guiding you every step of the way. Trust in His plan, and watch as He turns your restlessness into a beautiful journey of faith and discovery. Now, let's move on to the second sign. In the midst of life's chaos and confusion, it's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, and unsure of which direction to turn. But have you ever experienced moments of unexpected clarity? Moments when the fog lifts and everything suddenly becomes clear? These moments of clarity amidst confusion could be powerful signs from God, guiding you through the storm and illuminating the path forward with unwavering certainty. When everything around us seems chaotic and uncertain, it's natural to feel disoriented and overwhelmed. Yet, in the midst of this turmoil, God often speaks to us in the quiet whispers of our hearts, offering clarity and direction amidst the confusion. These moments of clarity are like beacons of light cutting through the darkness, showing us glimpses of the path that God has laid out for us. They may come in the form of sudden insights, moments of deep peace, or a sudden understanding of what steps to take next. But why does God grant us clarity in the midst of confusion? Because He is our loving Father who wants nothing more than to see us thrive and walk in His purpose. He knows that in times of chaos, we are vulnerable and in need of His guidance. So, He gently whispers to our hearts, offering us the clarity and reassurance we need to navigate through life's storms. So, if you find yourself in the midst of confusion and chaos, pay attention to those moments of clarity that come your way. They are not mere coincidences, but divine messages from a loving God who is guiding you every step of the way. Trust in His guidance. Follow where He leads, and watch as He transforms confusion into clarity and chaos into peace. My friends, let's talk about the third sign. Have you ever noticed how sometimes, despite all odds, Things just seem to fall into place perfectly. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring in your favor, orchestrating a beautiful symphony of events that lead you exactly where you need to be. This phenomenon, known as divine alignment, is not mere coincidence, but a powerful sign that God is at work in your life, weaving together the threads of circumstance to create a masterpiece of grace and redemption. Divine alignment is like witnessing the hand of God at work in real time, guiding and directing every aspect of your life towards a greater purpose. It's the job offer that comes out of nowhere when you least expect it, the chance encounter that leads to a lifelong friendship, or the serendipitous moment when everything just seems to click into place. But why does God align circumstances in our lives in such a way? Because He is a loving and faithful God who desires nothing but the best for His children. He sees the bigger picture, the tapestry of our lives, and He knows exactly how to weave together each thread to create a masterpiece of beauty and purpose. So when you notice divine alignment at work in your life, don't dismiss it as mere coincidence. Instead, embrace it as a powerful sign that God is actively working on your behalf, orchestrating events for your benefit and leading you towards a future filled with hope and promise. Trust in His plan, have faith in His timing, and watch in awe as He continues to align circumstances in your life in ways that far exceed your expectations. For in the hands of a loving God, even the most chaotic and unpredictable moments can be transformed into divine appointments, paving the way for a future filled with blessings beyond measure. Now, let's explore the fourth sign. Have you ever found yourself facing seemingly insurmountable obstacles, yet somehow, against all odds, you manage to overcome them with unexpected ease? It's in these moments of triumph over adversity that we can see God's strength working powerfully within us, empowering us to rise above our challenges and walk in victory. Life is full of obstacles, hurdles, and roadblocks that can leave us feeling discouraged and defeated. Whether it's a financial setback, a health crisis, or a relational struggle, these obstacles can seem overwhelming and impossible to overcome on our own. But when we rely on God's strength and guidance, we tap into a power far greater than our own. When you find yourself surmounting obstacles with unexpected ease, it's a clear sign that God is at work in your life, empowering you to overcome challenges that once seemed insurmountable. It's His strength working through you, giving you the courage, resilience, and determination to keep pressing forward, no matter what obstacles may come your way. But why does God allow us to face obstacles in the first place? Because He knows that it's in overcoming challenges that we grow stronger, wiser, and more reliant on Him. He uses obstacles as opportunities to refine us, to shape us into the men and women He created us to be, and to strengthen our faith in His unfailing love and provision. So, if you find yourself facing obstacles in your path, take heart and remember that God's strength is working within you. Lean on Him, trust in His promises, and allow His power to carry you through every challenge you encounter. For with God by your side, there is no obstacle too great to overcome, and victory is always within reach. My beloved friends, let us explore the fifth sign. Have you ever felt as though your faith was waning, like a flickering flame struggling to stay alight in the midst of life's storms? Yet, in the face of adversity, have you found yourself experiencing a profound renewal of faith, a strengthening of your spiritual convictions that fills you with a sense of hope and purpose? This newfound faith is not just a coincidence. It's a powerful sign from God, a beacon of light in the darkness, guiding you towards a future filled with His abundant blessings. Renewed faith is like a breath of fresh air for the weary soul, a source of strength and resilience that sustains us through life's toughest trials. It's the moment when doubts are replaced with certainty, fear with courage, and despair with hope. It's God's way of reminding us that even in our darkest moments, He is always with us, working behind the scenes to bring about His perfect plan for our lives. But why does God choose to renew our faith in times of trouble? Because He knows that it's in those moments of doubt and uncertainty that we need Him the most. He uses adversity as a catalyst for spiritual growth, drawing us closer to Him and deepening our relationship with Him in ways we never thought possible. So, if you've experienced a renewal of faith in your life, don't take it for granted. Embrace it as a precious gift from God, a sign that He is leading you towards a brighter future, filled with His abundant blessings. Hold on to your newfound faith with unwavering trust and confidence, knowing that God is faithful to His promises and that He will never leave you nor forsake you. For with God as your guide and companion, there is nothing that you cannot overcome and no darkness that His light cannot penetrate. Now, let's talk about the sixth sign. Have you ever found yourself in a moment of need, only to be surprised by an unexpected blessing that arrives just in time to lift you up? Whether it's a financial windfall, a job opportunity, or a timely provision, these unexpected blessings are not mere coincidences. They are clear signs that God is actively at work in your life, orchestrating events for your benefit and demonstrating His boundless love and provision. It's in these moments of unexpected blessings that we catch a glimpse of God's grace and provision in action. They remind us that even in our darkest hours, God is working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances and opportunities to ensure that our needs are met and our hearts are filled with gratitude. But why does God choose to bless us in unexpected ways? Because He delights in showering His children with good gifts and demonstrating His faithfulness in tangible ways. He knows the desires of our hearts and delights in fulfilling them in ways that exceed our expectations. So, if you've been experiencing unexpected blessings in your life, don't brush them off as mere luck or coincidence. Instead, embrace them as clear signs of God's love and provision for you. Take time to thank Him for His faithfulness and trust that He will continue to bless you abundantly in ways both seen and unseen. And if you're currently facing challenges or uncertainties, take heart and hold on to hope, knowing that God is working on your behalf and that He has a plan to bless you beyond measure. For with God, nothing is impossible, and His blessings know no bounds. My friends, have you noticed a stirring within your spirit, a deep longing to connect with God through prayer like never before? Do you find yourself drawn to prayer in moments of joy, sorrow, and everything in between, pouring out your heart and soul in communion with the divine? If so, let me assure you, this is not a mere coincidence. It's a powerful sign that God is not only listening, but also preparing to answer your prayers in miraculous ways. Persistent prayer is more than just a routine or a religious obligation. It's a heartfelt conversation with the Creator of the universe, a sacred exchange where we lay bare our hopes, fears, and dreams before God's throne. And when we find ourselves drawn to prayer with an intensity that surpasses our usual habits, it's often because God is stirring something within us, preparing us for the extraordinary ways He intends to move in our lives. But why does God encourage us to persist in prayer? Because He desires a deep and intimate relationship with us, one built on trust, vulnerability, and unwavering faith. He longs to hear our prayers, to be intimately involved in every aspect of our lives, and to demonstrate His love and faithfulness in ways that defy human understanding. So, if you're finding yourself drawn to prayer more than ever before, embrace it as a sacred invitation from God to draw near to Him. Pour out your heart before Him, knowing that He hears every word, sees every tear, and is preparing to answer your prayers in miraculous ways. And as you continue to persevere in prayer, trust in God's timing and His perfect plan for your life. For He is a faithful and loving Father who delights in answering the prayers of His children and who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. So keep praying, keep believing, and watch with expectant faith as God moves mountains and performs miracles in your life. My friends, this is the 8th sign. So, have you ever received a prophetic word, a message spoken over your life by someone who carries the voice of God, and felt a deep resonance in your spirit, a confirmation that these words are indeed from the divine? If so, let me tell you, these prophetic confirmations are not to be taken lightly. They are powerful signposts along your journey, guiding you towards your divine destiny with unwavering clarity and purpose. When someone speaks a prophetic word over your life, it's not merely their own thoughts or opinions. It's a message inspired by the Holy Spirit, intended to encourage, uplift, and guide you on your spiritual journey. And when you feel that resonance in your spirit, that deep sense of confirmation, it's God's way of affirming His plans and purposes for your life. But why does God use prophetic confirmations to guide us? Because He knows that we are prone to doubt, uncertainty, and confusion, especially when it comes to discerning His will for our lives. So, He speaks to us through prophetic voices, through dreams and visions, through the still small voice within our hearts, to reassure us of His presence and to illuminate the path He has laid out before us. So, if you've received a prophetic word over your life and sensed a resonance in your spirit, embrace it as a sacred gift from God. Treasure it, meditate on it, and allow it to serve as a guiding light on your journey towards your divine destiny. And if you're still waiting for that prophetic confirmation, don't lose heart. Continue to seek God in prayer. Ask Him to speak to you, and remain open to the ways He chooses to reveal His plans and purposes for your life. For He is faithful to His promises, and He will not lead you astray. Trust in His guidance. Follow where He leads, and watch as He unfolds His perfect plan for your life in ways that exceed your wildest dreams. Now, let's move on to the 9th sign. So, have you ever felt like you've been waiting forever for your prayers to be answered, for your breakthrough to come, for your dreams to be realized? It's in these moments of waiting, of longing, that we're challenged to trust in God's perfect timing. Though it may seem like our breakthrough is long overdue, we must remember that God's timing is always perfect. You see, God operates outside the constraints of time as we know it. He sees the bigger picture, the intricate tapestry of our lives, and He knows the exact moment when everything will fall into place. Though we may grow impatient, questioning why our prayers haven't been answered yet, God is never late. He is always working, orchestrating events in ways that we cannot comprehend. So, if you're feeling discouraged because it seems like your breakthrough is taking forever to come, take heart and trust in God's timing. Remember that He is faithful to fulfill His promises, and He will do so in ways that far exceed your expectations. Your job is not to worry about when or how your breakthrough will come, but to remain steadfast in faith, knowing that God is working all things together for your good. In the waiting, in the moments of uncertainty, Cling to the promises of God. Remind yourself of His faithfulness throughout history, of the countless times He has come through for His people in ways they never could have imagined. And as you wait, continue to seek God, to draw near to Him in prayer, and to trust that He is leading you towards a future filled with hope and promise. For when God's timing is finally revealed, when your breakthrough comes at last, you will look back on the waiting with gratitude, knowing that every moment served a purpose in preparing you for the blessings that were to come. So, trust in God's perfect timing, for He is faithful and He will never let you down. My friends, as we come to the end of this message, I want to leave you with a final word of encouragement. Remember, no matter what challenges you may be facing, no matter how long you've been waiting for your breakthrough, God is with you. His promises are true. His timing is perfect, and He is faithful to fulfill His plans for your life in ways that far exceed your expectations. So, as you go about your day, I encourage you to hold on to these truths. Trust in God's promises, seek His guidance, and never lose hope. And if this message has resonated with you, if you've found encouragement and inspiration in these words, I invite you to share it with others. You never know who might be in need of a word of hope and encouragement today. And if you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you'll receive more messages of faith, hope, and encouragement, helping you stay connected to God's promises and His presence in your life. Thank you for joining me today. May you go forth with renewed faith, trusting in God's perfect timing and His faithful provision. God bless you abundantly, now and always.